Well, didn't know Uber had standards.
What?
Uber fired their diversity, inclusion, and equity chief.
Yes! Fire!
Because she made fun of Karens, and they didn't like it. Oh my. I'm Jazz Borganza, and this is what's next. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Jazz Borganza, what's next? Your daily. Hope you guys are doing good today. Uber, Lyft. You know, these independent companies that have made everyday Joes and Janes use their own cars to come and get you and take you where you need to go. Of course, we've seen over the years that Uber and Lyft have had their issues. You know, people getting robbed or people getting shot or fights breaking out and what have you. But didn't know Uber had standards. So much so that they fired their diversity chief for making fun of Karens. Well, there's always a first for anything, or everything. This comes out of the blaze. Uber suspends diversity chief over "Don't Call Me Karen" event that caused employees to be upset and in pain. Oh my gosh. Get ready for pearl clutching. Of course, that is formerly the diversity chief, Bo Young Lee. Uber recently suspended its chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer for hosting a "Don't Call Me Karen" panel May 17th that was intended to dive into the spectrum of the American white woman's experience. The company's employees blasted the panel for being more of a lecture that scolded them. Excuse me. DEI chief Bo Young Lee was hired by Uber in 2018. She reportedly organized the event last month called "Moving Forward, Don't Call Me Karen." The panel was said to be part of Uber's Moving Forward event series, which kicked off in 2020 following the Black Lives Matter protests and, of course, burning down half of America, and was described as an open and honest conversation about race, according to a screenshot of the event's advertisement that was leaked on social media, because of course it was. Quote, "We will be diving into the spectrum of the American white woman's experience from some of our female colleagues, particularly how they navigate around the Karen persona," the event advertised. Internal staff communication from Uber's Slack channels, shared with the New York Times and posted on Twitter, revealed that many Uber employees were offended, even outraged, mad about the event. Employees stated that while the panel was described as a dialogue session, Lee failed to address their questions. The Time reported that Lee avoided addressing employees' concerns about how the company planned to prevent, quote, "tone-deaf, offensive, and triggering conversations." What? No safe spaces? Microaggressions? What? Moving forward. One employee wrote, "It was more of a lecture. I felt like I was being scolded for the entirety of that meeting." Another staff member said, "I just don't even understand the premise of the meeting. I think when people are called Karens, it implies that there's something that has little empathy for others or is bothered by minorities minorities others that don't look like them. Like, why can't bad behavior not be called out?" Another staff member replied, "I just don't even understand the premise of the meeting. I think when people are called Karens, it implies that it is someone that has little empathy to others or is bothered by minorities others than those that don't look like them. Like, why can't bad behavior not be called out?" A third Uber employee expressed dissatisfaction with the company's handling of the situation. "It is very disheartening to work for a company that takes such public stands on matters, yet when there is an in-house issue, people are quiet and told to calm down." Uber's chief people officer, Nikki Krishnamurthy, who is part of the panel, said an email to employees on May 18th noting that Lee had been asked to, quote, "step back and take a leave of absence while we determine our next steps." We have heard that many of you are in pain or upset. Oh my gosh, pearl clutching and rectum clinching of the moving forward session, she wrote. While it's meant to be a dialogue, it's awfully for those who attend it to not feel heard. Krishnamurthy concluded the email by thanking workers for their professionalism and patience as we work through this. Uber confirmed to the Post on Monday that Lee is still on leave of absence, fired, but declined to comment further on the matter. She's fired. When leftists eat their own, I love it. Now, I didn't know what politics Uber stood for. I didn't know what side of the aisle they stood for. But it seems to me that they're a little leftist. But when you host an event that says we need to dig deeper into the whole Karen persona, and you invite all white women, because you made it very clear this is about the white woman, then, of course, when those have said, well, why is it so bad calling out bad behavior? You're basically told to sit down and shut up. So she had to go. But, of course, I'm sure there are those who are out there who said, well, how dare you fire a minority? She's Asian. How dare you fire her? Are you a hater? Are you a bigot? You will have those knuckleheads out there. But me, Karen has no color. Karen has no race. To me, when someone's called a Karen, I love it because you're calling them out. You're calling them out on stupid, ignorant nonsense. Don't matter. You can go on Twitter and catch videos all day long of black women getting loud, white women getting loud, Asian women getting loud, Hispanic women getting loud. Don't matter. Karens across the board. Any woman who mouths off, who thinks their shit don't stink and puts you down in the process, that's a Karen. But then again, that's just me. I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.